5 precise questions can expose a control gap faster than 50 generic statements. That matters because a familiar answer can sound reassuring while still being difficult to review. Before adding another tool or template, test the answer your team already gives. Can a second person locate the same evidence, understand the rationale, and see who owns the next decision? A short self-scan should make the first weak answer visible without turning the exercise into fear or blame. The common shortcut is to point to a policy, an enabled feature, a completed form, or the words, "We follow ALCOA Plus." Those things may be useful, but their existence is not yet a reviewable answer. A policy can describe the expectation without showing what happened. A system can record an event without making the decision path clear. A form can be complete while the supporting source remains disconnected. The stronger move is to ask what another qualified reviewer can actually verify. Start with attributable. Can you identify who performed the action and is that identity connected to the work? Then ask whether the record was contemporaneous. Was it made when the work occurred or reconstructed later? For original, can the reviewer locate the first capture or a verified true copy? For accurate, can the entry be reconciled to the source? Complete asks whether the relevant context and follow-up are present. Consistent asks whether sequence, terminology, and timestamps agree. Enduring asks whether the record remains protected and retrievable. Available asks whether an authorized reviewer can obtain it when needed. Legible asks whether the information remains understandable throughout its life. These questions do not prove compliance. They make the present evidence easier to examine. Now walk the artifact. Begin with one real work event or requirement. Write the evidence question in plain language. Record the current answer without improving it. Point to the source that supports that answer. If the source is missing, contradictory, or too vague, name the gap. Then assign a qualified owner for the next action. Keep the system name, risk decision, frequency, escalation rule, and rationale visible. The objective is not to create a perfect-looking worksheet. It is to make the review path reproducible. The ALCOA Plus field reference card gives the team a bounded starting point, 9 attributes, practical evidence questions, and common failure patterns in a one-page field reference. That structure can reduce avoidable setup and create shared review language. It cannot replace the site quality system, make risk decisions automatically, guarantee an inspection outcome, or remove qualified human approval. The structure helps organize the work. The accountable person still owns the judgment. Use the card for a 5-minute self-scan. Mark the first answer another reviewer could not reproduce. Ask what evidence would make the answer reviewable and who is qualified to own the gap. If this is the problem your team is working through, review the ALCOA Plus field reference card using the link in the description. Keep the evidence specific, adapt the questions deliberately, and keep the final judgment human.